Chapter 3, Knowledge. Read in the name of thy Lord who created. He created man from clot. Read, and thy Lord is most honorable, who taught to write with the pen, taught man what he knew not. 96, 1-5. Allah will exalt those of you who believe, and those who are given knowledge to high degrees. 58, 11. And say, O my Lord, increase me in knowledge. 20, 114. And whoever is given knowledge is given indeed abundant wealth. 2, 269. Surah and ayat. While faith brings about the spiritual and moral development of man, knowledge brings about his intellectual development, and therefore stands next in importance to faith. In Bukhari's arrangement, therefore, knowledge follows faith. The first revelation that came to the Holy Prophet is admittedly the first quotation given above. These verses not only lay stress on both reading and writing, but also to speak of the Lord of honor in this connection, showing that man can attain to honor only through knowledge. This is expressly stated in verse 2. The Holy Quran even directs the Holy Prophet to seek more and more knowledge. It is, in fact, full of praise for knowledge. The words, ya, lamun, they ponder. Yatafakkarun, they reflect. Yatafakkarun, they meditate. And other similar expressions occur on almost every page of the Holy Quran. Speaks of knowledge as great wealth. Such is also the very first Hadith quoted in this chapter, which speaks both of wealth and knowledge as things which man desires naturally to seek, and in which all men should try to emulate each other. The Holy Prophet made it incumbent on those who came to him to seek knowledge, to impart the same to others, and desired even those who were considered to be in the lowest strata of society to be uplifted to the highest level through education. Islam, in fact, lays the basis of mass education of men as well as women, of children as well as adults. The Holy Prophet himself made arrangements for the education of women. Writing was encouraged, and acquisition of knowledge was made the standard of excellence. It is spoken of in the highest terms of praise, and this explains the unsatiable thirst for knowledge of the Muslim of earlier days. Makes it incumbent upon every Muslim, man or woman, old or young, that he should acquire knowledge, and thus introduces the principle of compulsory education. A warning is given that when a nation gives up the acquisition of knowledge, its downfall is sure. Abdullah ibn Masud said, the Prophet, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, there shall be no envy, but emulate too a person whom Allah has given wealth and the power to spend it in the service of truth, and the person whom Allah has granted knowledge of things, and he judges by it and teaches it to others. Malik ibn al-Huwairith said, the Prophet, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said to us, go back to your people and teach them. Ibn Abbas reported on the authority of the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, let him who is present impart knowledge to him who is absent. Abu Musa said, the Messenger of Allah, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, there are 3 persons for whom there is a double reward. The person who has a slave girl, and he brings her up and trains her in the best manner, and he educates her and gives her the best education, then sets her free and marries her. He has a double reward. Abu Sa'id Khudri said, the women said to the Prophet, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, the men have got an advantage over us in approaching thee. Therefore appoint for us a day from thyself. So we promised them a day in which he met them, and he exhorted them and gave them commandments. Abu Huraira reported that the Khuza'a murdered a man of Banu La'ith in the year of the conquest of Mecca as a retaliation for the murder of one of them whom they had murdered. Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was informed of this. So he mounted his riding camel and delivered an address. And there came a man from among the people of Yaman and said, "Write it down for me, O Messenger of Allah." He said, "Write down for such and such a one." Abu Hurairah said, "There was no one from among the companions of the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, who reported more hadith from him than myself. But Abdullah ibn Amr used to write, while I did not write." Zaid ibn Thabit reported that the Prophet, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, commanded him to learn the writing of the Jews in Syriac, so that I wrote for the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, his letters, and read out to him their letters. When they wrote to him, Abu Hurairah reported, a man from among the Ansar said, "O Messenger of Allah, I hear from thee a hadith which pleases me very much, but I cannot retain it in memory." The Messenger of Allah, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Seek the help of thy right hand." And he made a sign with his hand for writing. Abu Hurairah said, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "People are mines like mines of gold and silver. More excellent of them in the days of ignorance are the more excellent of them in Islam when they attain knowledge." Now, if a person is not Muslim, it's referred to as the personal jahiliyyah, the period of ignorance. Abu Hurairah said, the Messenger of Allah, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "The word of wisdom is lost property of the believer. So wherever he finds it, he has a better right to it." Anas said, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "He who goes forth in search of knowledge is in the way of Allah until he returns." The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "He who goes forth in search of knowledge is in the way of Allah until he returns." The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whomsoever Allah intends to do good, he gives right understanding of religion, and knowledge is maintained only through teaching. The learned ones are the heirs of the prophets. They leave knowledge as their inheritance. He who inherits it inherits a great fortune." Anas said, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "The seeking of knowledge is obligatory on every Muslim." Anas said, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Of the signs of the hour is the knowledge, that knowledge shall be taken away and ignorance shall reign supreme." And I plan to go back in separate videos and do the note section, because some of them are, there's something substantial in every chapter, it looks like.